We're live.
Hello.
I'm making these same eyes.
Why are you so close?
Because it's on the tripod still. I don't like this angle. But I don't want to have to take it off the tripod and put it back on the tripod, you know what I'm saying?
Yeah. I think. You think I know what you're saying?
Here, if I clip my hair up, it'll make it look more sane.
That could be good. Oh yes, Puppy, I know. Puppy's like, is it fuss me
I look like
time?
Sideshow Bob.
A bird's nest. Real bird's nest going on there.
This is my face. Welcome to Paint and Ponder with Fluffer Squirrel and Tilty Bird. No, my hair is all over the place because I had a shower. And it's like, poofed. It's poofing up, the plumage.
You washed your hair with a cactus.
Yeah. I did.
Lovely.
I only did that because Fluffer was like, you have to start with it on your face.
I never said you have to. I never said that.
You said
didn't say that.
To do it, otherwise you wouldn't even.
Wow, we're starting with lies today. Okay. Didn't even wait for the Aaron Hubbard. Tilty original. Here we go, people. Hello.
I'm just kidding. I'm sorry. I'm so sorry. Well, okay, official do-over. Welcome to another edition of Fluffer Squirrel's Paint and Ponder over in the Bird Sanctuary with me, a weirdo.
Don't put my name on this. This is Paint and Ponder. I'm here.
This is all yours. You started this. This is all yours.
I did. This is due to my own actions.
Everybody, thank you for being here. Thank you for being here to support me dragging Fluffer down into the descent of madness.
Do you like my painting I did today?
I do. Feels like my heart after David B told me how much he hates my waterfall.
Hello everybody and welcome to a brand new edition of If You Tell Tilty Your True Feelings, Their Rejection Sensitivity Disorder will transform into raging passive aggression. Thank you all for coming. Please continue. I can't see if anyone's here, so this feels too much like we're just...
Whoa! That was spooked me.
Yeah, I should be on the stream. Sorry.
Rika popped in to listen while doing all of the things. Thank you, Rika. You're the best. And we've got Nico and Irish Mart and Joe, of course. Appreciate all of you.
Oh, Nico was on earlier with the Holy Road.
I know! I got to catch them for 1 second. It was awesome. I did a little happy jump there. You missed it, but...
I had to miss the end of it. I had to go out.
It was really great. I love seeing people chat together. It really makes me just, my heart fill to the brim.
Yeah.
I finished this for the,
Would you like to speak about the fact your rejection sensitivity has been triggered?
Yeah, okay.
Would you like to talk about it? Because...
while we're on the chat shit timer, yeah, I would, because it's gonna fester.
Bother you. I mean, I kind of feel like you know where I'm gonna stand on this.
Oh yeah, and like, I totally get like the actual way it was intended. Like I do, like I genuinely do. It's just that little part of my brain that's like, damn, when the kid runs up with a piece and they're excited, you just pin that to the fridge.
But
You just put it on the
also,
fridge.
you don't like the infantilization.
I know, exactly. And that's
And
why I do appreciate it.
yeah. And there is the whole element of, if you show visually or vocally, let people know that you feel very strongly or very hurt, which is understandable. It's your art. But if you let people know that, then it might deter people from giving their honest opinion, and you don't want that.
That's not how you improve. Yeah, you can't grow unless you're getting the honest opinion. And I did email him back, and I did say I really appreciate you being honest and in such a nice way. Like, you really did do it in a very nice way.
I will extend my gratitude with a display of throwing you under the bus on live stream now.
Me?
No, I just wondered if that was part of your email.
No, it's okay. No,
Thank you. I see where you're coming from.
Hates.
I understand. I appreciate the way you did it. It was very thoughtful. I will still take this personally, and mention it.
That's how I should have worded it, really.
Don't should yourself. That's not nice either. But I feel like a really honest first draft email that is very ill-advised to actually send the first draft. I feel a really honest first draft email can let you know a lot about why you want to respond.
Yeah, that's.
And I feel like a first draft, you copy and paste the email into a separate notes section, you respond there. So at no way could you accidentally send this response, because that is real bad.
Yeah, you can't take that back.
Pure rage, no spell check. Oh, it's bad. Oh, the cringe. Oh,
I'm feeling it. I'm feeling it.
That's the cringe de la cringe right there. That's the cringe de la cringe.
Cringe de la cringe.
When you accidentally send that first draft, full rage, zero spell check.
That's getting written down, man. Cringe de la cringe.
You love that every time I say it. I bet you've got notes everywhere.
Yeah.
You definitely wrote that down before.
I'm sure that's written down. But yeah, so, and also, like, I knew this is the first waterfall that I've done, and I did it from memory, freehand, without a sketch, so it's not going to be perfect. It's the first one I've done. I have to do it in order to learn how to do it right.
My waterfall was awful. It was really bad.
But what you don't do is take the piece and then write David B. hates this waterfall on the back.
Yeah, it's heavy in passive aggression. It's like
it's probably one of my greatest superpowers.
I would call it David B. hates this piece. Open bracket. Norman put me over his knee, spanked me, and made me call him daddy. It was a drib Friday afternoon, Thursday afternoon, whatever time it did. Close. My rejection sensitivity 1-0 Norman. I feel like you really got to like encapsulate everything in there.
The battle. I mean, really. I have written, like, each one of these pieces has a blurb written on it about the piece, and then I went to write the blurb for that one, and that's just what came out. So
is it true? Is it necessary?
It's neither.
Is it? Yeah.
It's none of the above.
Mm-hmm.
It's none of the above.
Mm-hmm.
It might be true.
These little stragglers. I'm finding it hard now.
I think your hair looks amazing.
Well, it's because I'm half on the retwist, so that bit does look pretty good. But it's so long now. Even the longest bonnet I can find doesn't fit it all in. So my ends have started to curl in a weird way, like they're
Oh
having to
dear, you
curl
could
up on
paint with
themselves.
those.
No, gross. See, this is why we don't let you people touch our hair, because you get weird.
You people.
You're just looking
You
at my hair and getting
people.
weird. Yeah,
Okay,
yeah,
we're starting off with that. Okay, that's fine.
yeah.
That's okay. That's all right. It's cool. It's fine. You know, it's all right. Let's just reverse this
How
around.
dare
That's cool.
you?
Yeah.
I feel I'm going to have to do this for the rest of the stream now just to protect myself. We have to put the bonnet back on, the too small bonnet.
The too small bonnet. Hashtag too small bonnet.
Can you believe this is half a head of hair?
I cannot. And I have, like, and you have parts shaved, too.
That's what I mean. It's half a head of hair because it's just, like, probably, half shaved, I'd say.
Yeah, that's a lot of hair.
Yeah, I got a lot of hair before. It was,
Nico
my
says
days.
their bestie has locks like yours.
Yeah, but they wouldn't paint with theirs either.
Listen.
I don't want to listen.
I know. Nobody wants to listen to me. And it's a solid course of action, I'm just going to say. As I knew that we were going to derail the first 10 minutes, I made sure to have a relevant piece up.
I'm here just living
Oh no,
living the
he's
fact
here!
that...
Oh no!
Hi, David. My commiserations on the fuckery you've been dragged into. I've done nothing but point out the logic and reasoning in your defense.
I'm really certain that he could feel the distressed energy radiating across the border, and he reached out and emailed me before I even had a chance to say anything to him.
Yeah, or do you think he logically was like, actually, piecing together everything I've learned about Tilty, they're probably going to really sit, overanalyze, ruminate, maybe go into an emotional spiral, legitimate emotional spiral because of my constructive criticism.
Yeah, I'm shit. My waterfalls are shit. I should never paint a waterfall again. I should never go near a waterfall again.
I'd say your
at
attitude is pretty shit at the minute. Your attitude's pretty stinking.
No, it's true, David. You didn't say you hate it. You said you're not a fan of it.
No. And this is
thing.
why we're trying to be like, okay, what was said and what did you take from it? How did you take that from that? Do you think that is logical, fair, helpful? Any of the... No, okay, maybe we don't let that horrible little goblin in your head that likes to suck the joy out of things and piss on your parade and compare, compete. Why? For what? For who? Yeah, poo-poo that.
Yeah.
You go, oh, this is my first waterfall. I personally would name it first attempt. Waterfall, first attempt. I learned how to do a better waterfall, and I learned how to take constructive criticism. In this painting is 2 wins. In this painting is 2. Do you know what I mean?
Yeah. No, and David, you did. I just want to be super clear. David did not actually...
Yeah, David, I'm so sorry to cut you off. David, this is not a you thing. This is not a you thing.
This is a me thing. I am the issue here. I'm the problem. It's me. I think someone wrote that as a lyric, but I don't listen to music that wasn't made in the 1900s. It was
Taylor Swift. It's Taylor. I know it's Taylor Swift. I ain't gonna pretend I ain't too cool to know it.
So yeah, well, I'm. Anyway, no, he said he. I want to be clear. David B gave me the kindest, most helpful constructive criticism in a very respectful way, and because I have RSD, I had a mini spiral. And then I turned it into a joke. so that
I think it's
so
the
that I can deal with it.
RSD, and you're like a whimsical, hyperbolic, storyteller, jester, like storyteller, and that's where we're the same. I may be squirrel, you may be bird, but we are both jesters. We both have nests. We are both jesters. This is.
Oh, two jesters from different nesters.
Brad, I didn't email you.
Brad! Hi, Brad! Yeah, I just wanted to be clear that, like, David actually wasn't being mean at all. He said, he was great.
Norman was being mean.
Yeah, my brain was being an absolute piece of work. Not me, my brain. Yes, exactly. You did. Exactly. David B said, keep working on it. And he also said he likes watching me learn. And that meant a lot. So.
That is because you're not normally the one teaching them, David.
Wow. Okay. It's Fuck with Tilty Friday. Yeah, Brad, go ahead. It's open season. Let's be mean to me today.
Yeah, let's go.
Everybody pick your favorite thing.
Let's go.
Open roast. Let's go. Come on. I'm here for it. This is my training. DOA has to go through court today. I have to be kindly bullied.
Yeah. Oh, Brad said both.
Oh, okay. Okay. That's fair then.
Why would you want to be mean to me? Okay, you can be mean to me if you want. Just keep my hair out of it.
Well, I think it's just for fairness. And also, like, to make you not feel left out. I want to make sure everybody knows about the interview that Miriam did with Michelle, because it was awesome. I linked it on my thing, but you can also just go to Scientology Up North's channel and find it there, or the Sect on Sect. I'm sure he might have it on his channel as well. I didn't check, but please go check out that book, because my gosh, it's stuck with us.
It really has.
Yeah, like, so well done. Also, Brad said, I love you both like I love sweaty feet. Okay, well, I don't know how to take that, because, Brad, you're weird, and you might actually really love sweaty feet.
I'm going to show you why I painted the back of this thing here. So I'm going to stick these onto it.
Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh.
I kind of wanted one with a deeper frame, but they're all too oblongy.
I love that. I love those.
Thank you very much. I appreciate you saying. Whoop. See, I'm going to stick them on.
See, this is Uncle David Bunt. I don't see any of it or either of us as a problem. I love watching you two put what you think on a canvas. I only get stick figures.
Try neurographic.
Yeah. Oh, David, come do art with us. Yeah. Come down to Suppressamy Street. It's like Sesame Street, but for the DD
Yeah, I get it.
Okay, that's my self-problem for today. Let me get the book up. I did put a warning in chat that I checked the paragraph that I'll be reading, and he does say stiffen at least twice. Yeah. Also, I'm not gonna lie, I have a really heck of a hard time drawing a stick figure. So.
It was a good, it was a really good interview. I know it's a throwback, but what you said stiffen, that just reminded me of... you know what reminded me of.
It was a really good interview. Like, I highly recommend it. If you want some good French-Canadian dunking on LRH, 10 out of 10.
Mm. Right.
Absolutely quality stuff.
Okay, just hope that no dog...
Oh, Nico said that your paintings look like an arty extension of your shirt's palette.
Of my shirt? Oh, yeah, I guess, yeah.
Oh, Brad. Stiffen this.
Oh.
It was supposed to be like a warning punch, not it's okay. Well, I've ruined everything. This is a derailed stream from the get-go. Oh my. Oh, Nico, please do art as well. You're gonna work more on your spotty dotty magnificence?
Oh, I don't know if it's magnificence, but yes, I shall be working on it.
I don't want to work on this. This is too small for me right now. I want to do a quote from... yeah. I want to do a quote from Military Mike.
Okay.
That's the guy that Matthew ran into.
Yeah, and Lara brought him cigarettes.
Yeah.
Yeah, I know the one.
Okay, good.
I know the person you're referring to.
Well, not everybody. You know. Go with this. Full blob. Oh my gosh, Selfless is here. It's the Fluffy and Tilter show. I kind of love that. Well, also, I did this one. Which, I don't know why, but this is my favorite one that I've done.
Is it purple? Oh. That is lovely.
It's just like black gouache and one purpley blue watercolor, and I did that, and then I did that on top, and that's all I did, and this is my favorite one. Oh, take care, Brad. Thank you for popping in.
Yeah, thank you. Can't get it closer.
No, I'm just leaving it exactly like that. Yeah. Well, it's more like...
Yeah, it's not. It reminds me of the
Harry
Potter when they're out on the...
When they go to the shack and then Hagrid kicks the door down and he's like, "Bam! You're a wizard!" Yeah.
Grace Rocks.
For sure.
We have places like that here.
Yeah. Hi, Pearl! Oh my goodness, we have Pearl and Selfless.
Awesome. I hope you're both doing okay and you're settling in and everything is good.
Yeah. Please tell me, Rika Self as a Pearl, I had a blast last night. Look at all this community. Look at all that. That's so
I'm sorry.
Awesome.
I'm just going to jump. I'm not going to be able to hear you for 1 second while I put my bonnet on.
Okay, no problem.
So I'm not risking getting hair, painting my freshly washed hair.
Yeah, don't do that. I was just kidding about it. I hope that Rika annoyed you two, on my behalf.
I'm back. Did you say something?
Oh, I just said something to Pearl and Selfless.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
I don't know what to say to people.
I just said that I hope that Rika annoyed them for me.
Oh, like I'm finding it. Because normally there's just not people I care too much to try to interact with. Like,
yeah,
there just isn't. But when you're kind of in, around people for as long as I've been around people, like, I don't know. I've never been in this position before. Like, it's not like work or, going to sort of school or college, because there you sort of, work, you're around people because you both get paid to. At college, you're more around people because you've all got very similar interests. You have a lot more leisure time to chit chat. Things are a lot more relaxed. You tend to hang around after college hours because, you know,
You want
but
to.
even that, you know, only goes on for, you know, a year, 2 years, 3 years before you move on or out of it. And you know, you still break up for the holidays and stuff. So this has been like
weird, different, surreal.
Yeah, I just don't think I've had an experience before where I'm around people to really get to like them without personal interaction.
Gotcha.
And it's been, you know, a while of quite close proximity. To the point where I'd kind of like to speak to people more. Well, at all. But I don't know what to say. And if someone's like, how are you? I'm just like, oh, God. Like, what do I answer to this? Like,
you can do what I do and just respond with a Star Trek quote. When people ask me how I am,
I don't know
I don't
any
know what
Star
to say,
Trek
I
quotes.
just say, well, see, this is something we can work on. I just say
I don't
my
want to converse in
deterioration is
Star
proceeding
Trek
apace.
quotes. I mean, if memes was like an acceptable form of response,
well, I mean,
then that would be good.
In this day and age, it kind of is.
I just don't know, but I don't know what to say, and I just don't know how to be. Like, I don't know who made that noise.
That was a good noise. That was.
I just don't know how to be, and I guess it just hasn't bothered me. But it's sort of bothering me a little bit.
Are you more introverted, Fluffer? If I was close, I would offer to be your buffer. I love that rhymes.
A buffer to my fluffer.
Oh my gosh.
That is so beautiful.
I love that.
That's wholesome.
That's extremely wholesome. Also, I'm just spinning my ink here to get it mixed up.
Yeah, advice on a postcard, how to be normal.
Well, you know, I could write a book for how to pretend to be a human when secretly you're a bird that doesn't really exist. It would be pretty intense, though. I don't know.
Yeah.
I didn't bring my spray bottle down again. That's fine.
Yeah, I didn't.
Joe's always secretly spicy. It's like when you got a candy and you're like, ooh, that could be watermelon, and you go to take a bite and it's cinnamon and you're like, damn, that's spicy, but that's still good. That's what.
And
Joe
like,
is.
what would you do if you met someone in person? Because I wouldn't really want to go to a cafe or a bar, and I wouldn't want to go eat and be like, hi, by the way, first thing first, I'm going to be a royal pain in the ass to these to the waiters or to the servers. I have a lot of allergies. They're going to fucking hate me and probably you just for being with me. No, I don't want to do that.
See,
I don't
that's when you come to the island where all of the restaurants are accepting of food allergies. And...
No, that's why I get a sandwich, make a sandwich, do something at home, take it to the park, feed the pigeons, because the pigeons love me.
Well, yeah, I can confirm that.
And the squirrels.
Yeah, the squirrels really do.
I mean, for an animal so skittish, for it to just jump up me, jump on my foot. You've seen the video.
Oh, I saw it. It was straight Disney.
I sent the video of that peacock stealing my sandwich.
Yes. Yeah.
I did
he
indeed.
Really did. He just went for it.
I'm just so weird. Like, I know you're like, oh, I'm weird, haha, but you're like funny, whimsical, charming. youthful,
No,
like,
the
weirdness.
only difference is that I have learned to cultivate my weirdness into entertainment for the masses.
Where I use my weirdness as a defense mechanism.
Yeah, that's pretty good too. And I need to learn how to do that better.
I feel like a skunk who's just sprayed everything within like 100-mile radius, and now I'm like, oh, it's kind of lonely.
Oh! Okay, but to be fair, skunks are like adorable. So, there's that. Yeah.
I can just look at my own adorableness in a pool of my own tears.
Then you'll have a friend. No, just.
Oh, that's so sad. You want a friend?
I had to get you back.
How about cry yourself a river and take a look at it, you loser?
Well, I had to get. Yeah, because I'm from Boston and I'm gonna make you feel bad.
Yeah, that's how you talk to me. Hey, you loser.
We haven't done any reading yet.
Sorry.
No, it's not your fault. It's mine, actually. Considering I'm the one with the stuff to read.
Sorry about that also. My dog's having a good old snore because I let her off the lead today.
Oh, she got to have a little romp.
Yeah, because I don't, like, I'll take the boys to the park and let them off, but because she looks the way she looks, I just cannot be asked going through the whole thing with the police and the council, and then she'd have to go and have like a DNA test. Do you know what I mean? All it takes is someone to accuse her of being a banned breed, which is not. And it's just hassle, and I just don't want to like bring unwanted attention. So I won't take her up to like the park and let her off, but I'll take her up to like the fenced off green, and if there's no one about, I'll let her off, and she'll, you know, and she did today. Oh my God, she bombed it round.
That's so awesome. I love that. So
she's crashed out snoring now, bless her.
Good.
I think I'm about as charming as a nose full of skunk butt.
Me too.
Thank you.
I was gonna say I'm
for your
as
honesty.
Charming as a butt full of skunk nose, but that's made my dad laugh.
I like, Reek says I like meeting new people and their animals. Yeah. But I'll meet people and I will just speak to the animal, and that isn't good.
Me too.
I'll
make eye contact enough to be able to ask if I can pet the dog.
See, they said it's turning a meeting into a friendship that I struggle with unless we have similar interests. See, it's the start. It's the very. I'm not a good starter. I think that's my type of ADHD. I just find it impossible to start a sentence, to start a paragraph, to start responding really hard.
Ooh, you cut out a little bit there at the end. A little glitchy.
Oh, Indigo Twin, you're very sweet. Thank you.
Ah! Why are you choppy?
Me?
Yeah.
Am I choppy? Is it your headphones or am I choppy? Hello?
Okay, can someone confirm in chat if it's... Does Fluffer sound crackly? Okay, you're better now, actually.
Is it me?
Yeah,
crackly
you're
Fluffer?
better. It's better.
No, it isn't so.
It's better.
Because I'm using
It's uncrackled.
Oh, shit. Look bad.
I think it was... Do you think maybe, like, is the cord all the way in?
I am making sure it's fully in. Thank you for checking.
Okay.
Yeah. Feels like
what?
it's been good.
Okay. That happened to me yesterday with my speakers. The cord wasn't all the way in, and it was making this seriously loud sound, and it was like actually crippling me. And Mitch was freaking out. He was like, "What's going on? What's going on? Are you losing consciousness?" And I was like,
for the record, I would only put it in the right hole.
Okay, I know.
And for the people who don't know, for me, that's no holes. I am Fluffer, no holes.
That's right. Fluffer, no holes Fluffer, okay?
Fluffer no holes. That's what we said.
Fluffer no holes.
That was the agreed upon. Sorry, I'm being real rubbish.
No, it's okay. You know what? It's because I haven't started reading yet. So why don't I just? Ugh, I know. It's the holes. 3 of them.
I'm still. And this was referring to a man as well. Because if this was, you know, a woman or an AFAB person,
so I'm
then you'd be like, but what in a man?
Yeah, I'll show you what it means.
I don't want it to be the nose or the ear. I don't want it. I don't want to know. Oh dear.
Do you have an incense stick?
I don't know.
Okay.
Nope, I don't.
So
if you're going to show me using the assistance of an incense stick, I can tell you I'm going to be upset.
That's all I'll say.
Thankfully, I missed that.
Yeah. That's for if you know, you know.
I still don't know.
You don't need to. You sweet summer squirrel. You do not need to know.
Okay, Indigo Twin, that comment that seemed so sweet and lovely and wholesome before and made me feel them warm, fuzzy feelings.
It's now
It's dwindled a little bit.
It's dwindled. You've dwindled it.
I'm like, okay. Oh, another Tilty. Okay.
Okay, listen, we're gonna get it even worse now because I'm gonna read.
This is the comment. Bum, fanny, ear, mouth.
Oh dear. Oh, sorry, I was quiet because I was far away from my microphone. Let me just move this.
It's me. Is it the mic?
They said that you were crackly again for a moment, and I was really quiet, so I just moved my microphone a little closer. It doesn't help that I, like, move around a bunch, too. Okay, so... Irish Smart is only... Oh, yeah, see? Irish Smart. I'm not sure. It depends what we're counting as a whole.
No, I feel like we need to do a collective apology for Irish Smart because she wasn't like this before. She wasn't. I can attest. She was not. We've done this. I'm sorry.
I wholeheartedly apologize. I take responsibility. I'm a bad egg. I don't know what to say. I wholeheartedly apologize.
Okay. Right.
Okay.
Yes.
All right. So we were reading about when we can reapply.
I interrupted. I was sweet and innocent.
We undid years of demureness. Okay, we were learning what the You guys gotta stop. I can't fucking read. Oh, okay. The formula for the condition of emergency, okay? So remember, when you're out of danger, you go to emergency. Because the emergency is the line is straight, which means it has a potential of going down. Which leads to my quote that I'm going to be using, which is, life is not based on equations, it's based on humanity. Okay, so the formula for the condition of emergency is 1. Promote. That applies to an organization. To an individual, you had better say produce. That's the first action, regardless of any other action. Regardless of anything else, that is the first thing you have to put attention on. Okay, well, that's 2 sentences to say the same thing.
Oh, Irish.
Oh, my goodness. My jeez, my word. You're a bunch of scallywags. Joe! My gosh!
Sure. Okay.
Whew.
Okay.
Holy goodness gracious. Talk about the condition of emergency.
Oh dear.
Okay, so regardless of anything else, that is the first thing you have to put attention on. The first broad, big action which you take is promote, or produce. Exactly what is promotion? It is making things known. It is getting things out. It is getting oneself known, getting one's products out. You're not Dr. fucking Seuss, okay? Jeez. Okay, 2. Change your operating basis. If, for instance, you went into a condition of emergency and then you didn't change after you had promoted, you didn't make any changes in your operation. Well, you just head for another condition of emergency. So that has to be a part of it. You had better change your operating basis. You had better do something to change the operating basis, because that operating basis led you to an emergency, so you better change it. He's just rambling and someone's just writing it down.
Yeah, like I feel for whoever had to write this down.
My dad just said better pay Microsoft for an upgrade. Okay, number 3, economize. 4, then prepare to deliver. 5, part of the condition of emergency contains this little line. You've got to stiffen discipline, or you've got to stiffen ethics.
Oh.
Yeah. Organizationally, when a state of emergency is assigned, supposing the activity doesn't come out of that emergency, regardless of what caused the emergency, supposing the activity just doesn't come out of the emergency, in spite of the fact they have labeled a state of emergency, they have been directed to follow the formula. They have been told to pop up and get that thing straightened out.
He's just still thinking of Jack Parsons.
It's just Jack Parsons.
This is Freudian slip.
Oh, it's not even
a
slip. It's blatant. He used stiffen twice in the same sentence, okay? Like...
That's by purpose.
It's by purpose. And then he says you have to snap and pop and get that thing straightened out. That is so 1-1. This is the most 1-1 paragraph I've ever written. Read. I mean, I didn't read. And they are still found to be goofing. The statistic is going down and continues to go down. What do? There's only one thing left to do, and that is discipline, because life itself is going to discipline the individual. I just want to read that one sentence again because it was one whole sentence. Organizationally, when a state of emergency is assigned, supposing the activity doesn't come out of that emergency, regardless of what caused the emergency, supposing the activity just doesn't come out of the emergency, in spite of the fact that they have been labeled a state of emergency, they have been directed to follow the formula. They have been told to snap and pop and get that thing straightened out, and they are still found to be goofing. The statistic is going down and continues going down. What do? That is a whole sentence.
That is
That's a paragraph.
Terrible.
With no punctuation. Oh, I'm sorry. He's misusing the semicolon because he doesn't know what a comma is. Because commas make him think of Jack Parsons. So.
Because the only colon he cares about is Jack Parsons, and I will stand by that.
Yeah, JPC for him. So the rule of the game is that if a state of emergency is ignored and the steps are not taken successfully, then you get an announcement after a while that the condition has been continued. And if the condition is continued beyond a specific period of time, why, that's it. It has to walk forward into an ethics matter. Selfless said, you have to snap, crackle, pop, and lock your way out of an emergency.
I just kept thinking of like the bend and snap. You see Legally Blonde?
Oh yeah, bend and snap.
But he was like, pop it, drop it, lock it, and he's like, oh, I mean,
straighten it out.
Yeah. I mean, yeah, straighten it out. Straighten out. That's what I meant. Be straight.
Joe said straight is not the word. Oh, Rika's checking DOA's update. They will be back. I hope they fill us in, because that's awesome. If people want to pop out and give him support, I don't blame you. Okay, we're on to the condition of normal. The picture for this is literally like a tailor. Like, it looks like, okay, hold on. I want to present this because I'm just kind of taken aback. There we go. I've put it on the screen. I want to know whose dad that is.
Whose dad that is?
Because Laura was saying all of the people used in the photographs for all of this literature are just Scientologists.
Mm.
So, like, I wonder if that's someone's dad that's been, like... Okay, I want to emphasize this here. It says Harry's clothing corner. And then it has jackets made and a line going slightly up. That's a fake poster someone put on the wall for this setup.
Yeah.
And these say Mon, Tues, Wens, Thurs.
Mm-hmm.
On the clothing rack. Okay? Do you not think that... I wonder if this man resembles Jack Parsons in any way. Okay, that's all I'm gonna say. They gave him a lot of page space, you know? When they have a picture of a little girl, it's like this big. It's like this big, and it's like in the margin, it's like down the side, and there's text. This picture of this dapper gentleman is like, bam, right in the middle. Oh my god. Selfless just confirmed?
Confirmed what, sorry?
Selfless said that guy actually resembles Jack Parsons. So we're literally uncovering the secrets of Scientology right now, okay?
Well, it's not a secret. He was just closeted.
Well, exactly. And he's hidden it. And if we just tell every Scientologist that Hubbard was in love with Jack, I mean, maybe everyone will be free. I
feel like if you were going to make a list of, go through history of all of the men, just for this list, but all of the men who did, horrific things or were very violent, aggressive, or murderous, were just closeted, gay, repressed people.
Well,
I think there would be a lot.
I think that's probably sad. Well, because it's almost like having to not be who you really are makes you angry. And sad. And hurt.
Yeah, and just...
What a thought. What a thought. What a thought. Did you know that you can be who you are? Did you know that Laura sings this lyric that says you are who you are? Because I think that's pretty cool.
It is, and it's just sad.
It is.
That people are not...
Oh my gosh, Okay, so Selfless agrees. Emperor Tiberius, Emperor Caligula, Lord Protector, Oliver Cromwell, yeah. And Nico just confirmed that this man really does resemble Jack Parsons. So that's really, really funny to me. That's really funny to me, considering this is the condition of normal, and there's, a dapper gentleman that looks like... Anyway.
I am actually a direct descendant of Oliver Cromwell, and just from the history books, I don't think it was consensual.
Ooh. Oh. Oh my.
Yeah, he was not known for getting consent, was he, Oliver Cromwell?
Ooh.
He was known more for his pillaging.
I see.
Scallywag is not the category he's allowed in. He's a bad man.
That's a bad egg.
He's a
That's
bad person. Yeah.
That's yeah.
And like, I think it's sad for all the gays. I can tell you that my gayness feels lovely in action.
Yeah.
But guys have like a specific like press here to play button. Why would that be there if you weren't meant to press play? And you know I'm not the butt stuff person. That's you. That's 100% you.
I wouldn't say
it even
100%.
confuses me. No, it's 100%.
All right. Yep.
But I just feel
Let me just bring this down so everyone's can confirm that.
Yeah. See, I've got the phone with me so I can like or see chat, but then I've got the laptop with you on behind me, so I look at the screen and I'm like, there's nothing there, and I have to remember to look behind me.
Oh yeah, I have to look
delay.
up to see you. So.
Oh.
Because I have my thing on the tripod, and then I have the thing on the monitor.
It seems like a lot of pressure.
What does selfless? After all of Cromwell went down, all of that wearing belt buckles on your shoes and hat stuff became really unpopular. That's when those fools traveled from Plymouth to Plymouth. Oh, sorry, Plymouth. I did it again.
You did that now.
I did. I didn't mean for it to come out like that.
What, Plymouth?
Yeah. So my dad wants to tell the story of Plymouth.
This is
I have to tell the
Plymouth.
story?
This is chipboard mouth. This is MDF mouth.
Okay, hold on. Let me move the microphone closer to you, Dad.
Plymouth.
You point at the minivan and you say, "So what is a Plymouth anyway? It sounds like a kind of snake." Yeah, you weren't wrong there. It does sound like a kind of snake.
It does.
It was funny.
I don't know if you could hear that.
Yeah.
Okay, good.
You can tell the story.
No, they heard it. Yeah, good. Yeah.
And that was a word from Papa Bird.
that was a word from Papa Bird. There you go. Plymouth. Yeah. So thank you, Selfless, for making that come out of my mouth accidentally.
Look it up and confirm that it wasn't a kind of snake.
I had to Google it.
We
literally had to Google it because I gaslit my dad into thinking it could potentially be a snake.
No, I did not say it was a Plymouth.
A Plymouth?
Didn't I say that the place was Plymouth? And we're talking about keys.
Yeah. You said it. You said it right.
But why would you?
Before.
Okay.
This was before we met.
Oh, I was like, did I not say?
Yeah, no. It was before we met. It was a few years ago.
Just because I like to tell people, because I say words wrong all the time, and I like to be told. Please do tell me, correct me.
Me too.
You just don't have to be an ass about it, do you?
No, you just say, hey, actually, it's this way. And
how could you not know? I don't know because I'm a fucking idiot. Why are you making
Because I've never heard the word out loud. I've only ever seen it written. You ding dong. You ding dong. Nico is a descendant of the first Métis leader, Cuthbert Grant. That is pretty dang cool.
I don't know who that is. I'm sorry.
That is a Canadian historical icon.
Nice.
The first leader of the Métis, which is basically a mix of French and Indigenous Canadian.
Lovely.
Yes. That's really, really cool. I think you said you were Cree, Nico.
We got a bit of that.
Because we have a bit of that in our family as well, and my partner is Swampy Cree. That's right. From the Apasquiac Cree Nation. I love saying that, Pasquiac.
Yeah.
It's a good word. Better than anything Hubbard ever wrote. Anyway, back to what he wrote. Did you like that segue there? Okay. I'm trying to put a little bit of color on as I go, so... Okay. The condition of normal. You could call normal a condition of stability, and it probably should be called a condition of stability, except for this one little factor. The universe does not admit of a static state. What? Oh, for fuck's sakes. This fucking guy, dude. I can't.
Yeah.
Just his... you could call normal a condition of stability, and it probably should be called a condition of stability, except for the factor that the universe does not admit a static state. So it should... You could, and it should, but it's not, because of how I've decided the world works. That's basically it.
It's ridiculous.
Yeah. It won't admit a no increase, no decrease. You cannot have a condition in this universe where there is no increase and no decrease. That's a totally stable condition. There is no such thing in this universe from one end of it to the other. There isn't anything that always remains the same. Okay, this guy wants you to either be in turmoil and stress and trying to fix it, or riding high beyond belief. There's no in between. You're not allowed to be mindful. You're not allowed to be in the middle. You're not allowed to, like, be sturdy and have level ground. What a absolute bonehole. Hi, Oregon Valley girl. OVG. I'm down with the OVG. And Selfless says, in my study of Aleister Crowley and his works, Jack Parsons is one of these figures. Always comes up the documentaries and biographies as Crowley's American project. LRH was just an interloper. Yeah, genuinely, like, that's exactly what I've gotten as well, Selfless, is that Jack Parsons was the one who was really into the stuff, and LRH was just in love with him. And wanted to get in on it, and wanted to do what, you know, his crush wanted to do. And
so it's not even infatuation. They wanted to have a baby together. That's really love. They wanted to make a baby, and lo and behold, we've got Michael Aquino. My little thruple with Satan.
They really did. They really did. Yeah. Also, free wins. I'm gonna start calling that. I'm gonna start saying that when I have wind to pass. I'm gonna start saying all aboard the free winds, and then I'll fart, and it'll be great. It hasn't happened yet, but it's my plan.
Okay. All of the best in your planned endeavors.
Okay, so let's get back to the crap. The condition of normal operation, then, is not one of stability, because it can't be. Normal operation must be a routine or gradual increase, and there must be a regular routine gradual increase. You cannot have a total, even state of existence which does not eventually fall on its head. The second you get this even state in this universe, it starts to deteriorate. So a state of stability would eventually deteriorate. Well, to prevent a deterioration, you must have an increase. That increase doesn't have to be spectacular, but it has to be something. There has to be a bit of an increase there.
I just think it's amazing how you can read, like, anything in, like, a peppy way. Like, I did switch off a little bit because of the dog shit you are reading. I'm so sorry. But then I was just thinking, I was like, wow, you really sound so engaging. Like if I didn't know you were reading dog shit, I would be so wanting to engage because you make it sound engaging, which is dangerous. Please stop it. We will close the channels now. Let's end the stream. We'll stop it. No, let's not do that. But do you know what I mean? You managed to like really trying to mold this turd.
I'm
really getting your hands dirty in there.
I'm trying to make it like, if you've got to eat shit, you're going to try to make it as palatable as possible, right?
I would stop. But yeah. That is the thing to do.
This is my contribution to the community. This is my suffering,
Aki,
okay?
you and your will to live, eh? Flaunt it.
Yeah.
Flaunt it, birdie.
Also, Selfless said he's trying to rewrite the law of entropy. Yes. Yes. He's trying to rewrite things and warp them and make them backwards and wrong. Yes, learning and loving for sure, OVG. Yes.
Is it hard to try, or is it just coming naturally to him? He just opens his mouth.
Yeah.
Shit.
Yeah. Okay. Here's the normal formula. 1. The way you maintain an increase is when you are in a state of normal operation, you don't change anything. What? But he just said you have to...
You'd be good reading children's books. Like audio books for kids.
I'd love to read audiobooks. I'd love to read books. I want to do a book streams, actually. I can have the book here. We could read it. We'll start with Alexander and the Terrible, Horrible, No Good, Very Bad Day. A children's book. Yeah. Just happen to have it right here. This is better written than anything Hubbard ever wrote, so there you go.
Oh no. I can...
Yes, Nico, absolutely. Let's schedule that. We're going to do an alligator pie stream about that scary Canadian poetry book. Okay, so first he says, to prevent a deterioration, you must have an increase because there can't be stability, right? And then number 1 of the normal formula is the way you maintain an increase is when you are in a state of normal operation, you don't change anything. He literally just goes and says if it's not increasing, you have to change. But if you're not, like, I can't.
Because he contradicts everything.
It's so contradictory.
Yeah.
Yeah. Ethics are very mild. The justice factor is quite mild. There are no savage actions taken particularly. Wow! You hope you're in a state of normal so that the savage actions aren't taken particularly. Number 3. When a statistic betters, then look it over carefully and find out what bettered it, and then do that without abandoning what you were doing before. Every time a statistic worsens slightly, quickly find out why and remedy it. And you just jockey those two factors, the statistic bettering, the statistic worsening, repair the statistic worsening, and you will inevitably find out some change has been made in the area where a statistic worsens. Some change has been made. You had better get that change off the lines in a hurry. None of that made sense.
Yeah, he was like, I'm going to carry on repeating things. Like, you know, some people go, I'll repeat things a few different ways because everyone learns differently and I just want to make sure everyone's got it. He just repeated the same thing in 3 unhelpful ways that none made sense because the whole premise of what he was talking about is dog shit. It's because that so way, frustrating.
You're trapped on this one condition because of that sentence. So that means you get to stop and word clear and spend 3 more weeks on this course and spend more money and waste more time because you can't understand until you force yourself to break your brain enough to be able to understand, but you don't actually understand, you're just understanding it, aka there are 4 lights. Now we're on to the condition of affluence.
Like, you would have to, like, Bart Simpson style, write this down line after line after line, I think, and then stand back and then look at, like, what way is there to physically view this thing that it makes any kind of sense? I don't know. My heart goes out to anyone having to deal with this absolute brain melting gibberish. Like, this is absolutely ludicrous that anyone would charge anyone a dime, let alone a minute. To charge people money for this is insulting. To charge someone's time to take their life, minutes of their life away, is outrageous.
This is outrageous. Sorry.
It is. Like, can you, like, the amount of people's life, like their actual lifetime, their irreplaceable time on this planet, is being stolen to be confused.
Yeah. They're paying to be confused. They're having their time stolen and they're being...
No, but the thing is, they'd pay anyway. They'd pay anyway.
Yeah.
Like, it should be, you know, if it make more logical sense. If they want to make more money, you would want to get people through quicker. You should be like, okay, we want to get these, you know, a higher turnover rate.
But it's the time waste.
It's the time. It's the, because it's just illogical, contradicting, and that's because so much of it's plagiarized. And when you plagiarize material, you can get two lots of, you know, very contradicting information, and neither one is bad advice. Neither one might not be the best. They could both be good though, or they could both be fucking terrible. But you can't give that many contradictions. I'm sorry.
In one sentence. In one sentence. It's one sentence. I really need to make it clear how bad his punctuation is. Like, just having to read it and then realize that, oh, that should have been a comma. Now I have to reread that entire sentence. Like, that itself wastes time.
This is literally what I mean.
That because that's Hubbard's literature. You can't say I'm having a hard time reading this because his grammar and punctuation is terrible. No, get your ass to study tech and get your ethics in, because you obviously don't understand the Commodore.
I would have to try so desperately to get the rules of it, and then I would do nothing but point out how the rules also, not only does the literature contradict itself, but then the people you are having to deal with and the rules they are telling you about also contradict themselves. This is a child's worst nightmare. Like, how can you be in the position of wanting to learn for self-preservation and have to deal with irrational, illogical people and doctrine, and it's all illogic.
I'd take it a step further and say it's not just a child's worst nightmare, it's fucking humanity's worst nightmare.
I know, but especially a child. A child who is having to twist and contort themselves into cognitive dissonance, literally to survive.
Yeah, it's heartbreaking. Like, it makes me sick.
No, the fact that kids have to do that anyway. The fact that kids do that is disgusting, right? This is like, okay, the difference between torturing a child, like gruesome torture of a child, like severe beating to the point of death in some cases, a child, where you're just gonna do that, but then be really strict and say, pray this times a day, do this, A's, da-da-da-da-da-da. There are some children who will manage to jump through those hoops or clean the house or avoid the drunk parent or do something to survive and long enough to get through that situation, It's horrific, it's disgusting, it's abuse,
Yes.
Scientology is like the Saw version, where they pretend you can win and you can't.
Yeah. That's,
Like, they're both horrific, disgusting torture, abuse, but why accompany that ever? That's already horrific. It's now accompanied, wrapped in psychological warfare and lies and heartbreak, and just continuing pulling the rug of hope. It makes me mad on so many levels. It's
because it's wrong.
It's wrong it almost in every way possible by design.
Yes. Yes. Yeah.
Honestly, I can't even.
I can't even either. I'm right there with you.
Schmurdering in my head right now.
We are team can't even right now. Like, genuinely. Oh, hi, Janelle! Oh, I have not been, catching up on the, chat here. Okay, so Selfless said, in public speaking, there's an axiom that goes something like people respond to 70% to what you look like, 20% to what you sound like, and 10% of what you actually say when you're public speaking. Well, yeah, that would make sense that we'd exploit that. Going around in circles means you are occupied. Room for the bad guys to wiggle in. And then Selfless said, but that's also how you know if you can completely own somebody. If you can get them to believe a fantastical, ridiculous, absurd lie, then you can do anything to them. Yeah, exactly, and that's what's so scary. The idea is to break your mind over the knee of Scientology. Yeah, that's... yeah. And Selfless also said, because it seems at the core of LRH is a sociopathic sadist. The pain, the misery, and the disorder are by design. This is super duper black magic that does black magic a serious injury and reputation. Yeah. Yeah. And Janelle said it's hard to be right when the objective is exploitation. Boom! Nailed it. Yeah. Gosh, you guys, you folks are just absolutely on point. I love that there are so many people in here with such good insight and critical thinking skills and empathy. It just really makes me have a little bit of hope. Gives me a little bit of hope.
I'm really, it gets me really, like, really mad.
Yeah. Like, I'm actually shaking a little bit. I have to be standing.
No, I need to make sure I'm not clenching my jaw or my fists.
Oh, yeah, please try to
relax. Because I'm like, I know in my head, if anybody tried to assault me to a point where I am in fear of my life, or to assault my daughter in any way,
they'd be done.
I feel like I'd just see red. I feel like I'd disassociate, and I feel like I'd come to when it was, yeah.
Yeah, I absolutely am on the same page.
Yeah, but I'm trained. Like, at some point, if I use my hands, if I just use my hands to defend myself when I was licensed, and I hurt someone, it would be the same as someone who assaulted someone with a deadly weapon. That's legally what I would have been done for.
Don't fuck with the fluff.
I really wouldn't advise it, please. Please. Please and thank you.
Yeah. Yeah, it's just really upsetting. And this is why it's so important for every single court case because, like, everyone needs to know this stuff. Like, there are people who know a little bit about it, but they don't know everything about it. Or they know it's not good, but they don't know how not good it is.
Well, I think it's people knowing what they can do about it.
Yeah.
And talking about things helps. Like, word of mouth is still one of the best ways for anything to be spread, shared, joined by,
Especially if you're providing the information along with it.
Yeah.
So, yeah. Okay, I will... Selfless said, I think what's difficult to onboard is that there are people in the world that really do wish so many people that much harm for their own self-interest. That is the problem. Yeah, exactly. And the people who don't want that need to get a little louder.
And this is where I'm just like, please, karma, please, 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 karma. I want you to exist. I want it to happen, and let them bad people get it first and worst. Please let them get it first and worst.
I want one of those crocheted shawls that's like bird wings, and I want it to say karma on the back, so that when I slap people with my bird wings, it's like they're getting hit by karma.
You wouldn't slap anyone.
I would slap people with it.
No.
I'd slap people I know with it.
I mean, I guess I think maybe you actually would, but this is, another way where I was like, no, do you know how you figure that you probably wouldn't? Yeah, this is how I can see you maybe going to jail. You were trying to be funny, and didn't work out.
I don't know.
Yeah, trying to be funny in a playful way. Yeah.
Yeah.
Yeah, I see it. I do.
Not like a attack slap. Well, maybe, depending. Anyhow. Okay, in our society, karma comes generally in the form of our species' innate sense of reciprocity. Ooh, I like that.
Reciprocity. Chicago.
Yes, yup. I love Chicago. Give them the old razzle dazzle, razzle dazzle. Yes. Okay, I need to keep reading. Because we still have more to read. Because I want to finish this stupid document today, because I fucking hate it. Okay. Oh, also, Rika, did you get an update on DOA? Did I miss that? I'm unsure. Oh, and Janelle said, selfless self that, and they took so many years developing the scheme. It wasn't just an impromptu cult. It was a long con with much preparation and fine-tuning. Exactly. And then they had the forethought to branch into other cults so that they could do things through that and then have it be like, oh, we're not connected, but really they were. Narconon. The process. Sorry. Just had a little frog in my throat. Okay. The condition of affluence. We're going to talk about the line going steeply up, folks. We're in full Jack Parsons territory. Oh my gosh. Oh my gosh. Oh my god. Oh, folks. This is a good blurb, okay? You ready for this?
I don't think so.
When you have a line going steeply up on a graph, that's affluence. Whether it's up steeply for 1 week or up steeply from its last point week after week after week, it's affluence. That's in italics, by the way. When you've got an affluence, regardless of how you did it, the affluence formula applies. You must apply the affluence formula or you will be in trouble. Anyone dealing with affluence should be aware of the following peculiarities about it. Affluence is one of the most touchy conditions there is. Oh, sorry, affluence is the most touchy condition there is. Misname it or handle it off formula and it can kill you. It is, strangely enough, the most dangerous of all the conditions in that if you don't spot it and apply the formula, you splatter all over the street. Spot it and handle it right and it's a rocket ride.
Oh, I don't want to think of any of this in the way I'm hearing it.
I can't even. Jack Parsons was a rocket scientist. Oh, I'm dying. I'm dying inside. I can't even make a joke about it because the joke is already there. And Selfless just said the other part. Is this the fine print of an advertisement for ED medication? Right? Exactly. I gotta rub my eyes.
It's sad. It is sad.
Holy shit. all of this literature is self-snitching if you read it through an analytical lens and not a Scientology lens.
I'm hearing it through an analytical lens, a Scientology lens, and the story that could have been. I'm hearing they could have had a Jack Ron's rocking robot adult sex toy business. Do you know how much joy that could have brought them both and the world?
You'll splatter
way
all
more
over
than
the street.
Scientology. Like, even if it was a dodgy one that maybe had some malfunction problems, it still wouldn't have done as much damage. At least it would have been localized damage. At least the children and the elderly would be safe anyway. Well, not all the elderly.
Well, yeah, I mean, yeah, there's some dirty grannies out there. Selfless said Jack Parsons was one of the founders of the Jet Propulsion Laboratory, JPL, why we went to space and have intercontinental ballistic missiles. Exactly, Selfless. So when he says, spot it and handle it right, and it's a rocket ride, I'm sorry, excuse me? Selfless said that's what Frank Zappa thought was really going on as referenced in the album Joe's Garage. Oh my god. Okay, well, I'm gonna have to listen to that.
I will say, it does mess you up when you're closeted or when you don't realise that you're gay and you have a friend and then you have...
You have a friend?
Yeah. Honestly, I had this friend and I just thought she was just so funny and beautiful, and being around her just like lit the room up, and it just gave more life to everywhere. But then, you know, when she'd go, sometimes it was like she took that light and that life with her.
Yeah.
And that, you know, made me sad. But, you know, I'm just like super enjoy my time with my friend, and then she splits it with her partner, and then she moves in with me, and then I'm sleeping like my arms are velcroed to my sides because I don't want to do you know what I mean? I don't want to roll over and do any sort of anything. So then I'm laid and I'm just like, oh shit, I'm really into her. This is...
Yeah. The realization.
Yeah. It was awful. But she just come out of a bad relationship, like a, you know, physically abusive relationship, and I wasn't about to say anything. You know what I mean? Even it was just like, dig the biggest hole and bury these feelings there.
For the greater
but
good.
that messed me up. I kind of want to cry a little bit now, but that messed me up.
Sorry.
And it's really hard to feel like you yearn for someone and you can't even say anything. So I know we joke about it, but if that was the case, it's just so sad. And homophobia, people, please. You know, that wasn't the case here.
Oh, hold on, you're a little choppy. Say something again?
Hello?
Okay, you're good now. I just didn't want anyone to miss what you were saying.
Yeah, I'm just rambling.
No, it's okay. It's a heavy thing. And it's good insight on this.
Like, if your alternative to being gay is to be fucking menace to society and horrible and nasty, bitter, spiteful person, just be gay.
Yeah. Because really, what's the problem? What's the problem? Because I really don't understand.
And try not to fall in love with your friends.
Yeah. Yeah. So, okay. I will read the condition. I hate it, but I'll read it. Okay. Right. So remember, we got to spot it and handle it right so it can be a rocket ride. It's important. I got to make an art with that. Oh, see, Selfless said that was very deep. Please continue. That was to you, Fluffer.
Me?
What you said was very deep. Yes.
I don't know. I just feel a bit silly
It was.
now.
No, it was good. It was just genuine insight. A little personal, anecdote thrown in to help tie it all together. And I think, many people have been there.
Yeah.
I don't think it's an uncommon thing. I think it's just how aware of it are you, too.
Yeah, and I imagine if you could get a hard on for someone, it'd be a lot more obvious.
Yeah.
Oh, there we go. That's the first time Pin is envy. You got it here live, folks.
Oh, perfect.
That's the only way. That's and needing a
way.
pee in the outdoors. You got me there.
Shucks. Janelle said thumbnail. Just be gay.
Yeah.
Listen, all the world's problems would be solved if people were gayer and more autistic.
Well, I'm not saying you have to be gay. I'm not trying to force it on anyone.
Well, I said
just
gayer.
If you are, be it. Don't.
Selfless said related to LRH's yearning for Jack Parsons, which must have caused this complete bullshit calamity in his life to start this bullshit religion, or that is psychopathic related. Yeah. This is it. It's the broken heart, and the rejection, and the bitterness. So he started a cult to exploit everybody.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Basically.
Okay, let's spot this formula and get on a rocket ride. The affluence formula is 1. Economize. Now, the first thing you must do in affluence is economize and then make very, very sure that you don't buy anything that has any future commitment to it. Don't buy anything with any future commitments. Don't hire anybody with any future commitments. Nothing. That is all part of an economy. Clamp it down. What?
What?
Does that make any sense?
It sounds like he's being like, no buy, don't spend your money elsewhere, give it all to me.
Oh yeah,
spending it elsewhere
don't buy
is in
anything.
a different economy. You need to spend it in Scientology world.
Exactly, because okay.
Take another trip to La La Land.
Pay every bill. Get every bill that you can possibly scrape up from any place, every penny you owe anywhere under the sun, moon, and stars, and pay them.
Pay every bill under the Galactic Federation.
The Galactic Federation thanks you for paying every bill under the sun, moon, and stars.
Or you risk being audited and thrown into a volcano.
With your electric ribbons ablaze. Oh, I can't. My dad just said, what a bunch of nitwits. Okay, 3. Invest the remainder in service facilities. Make it more possible to deliver. So pay every bill that you have to pay under the sun, every penny you own, and whatever's left, don't buy anything with it. Invest in service facilities, aka Scientology.
It's like,
4.
Do you want to give your money to the enemy, which is
exactly
the outside people?
So, give unto Xenu what is Xenu's. Exactly.
Oh, you could be at the top of my tone scale and give me your moneyness.
Yeah, right here. See? Top of the tone scale. Give me your moneyness. It's right above Piss Baby.
That's where you want to be. You want to be a good little Scientologist.
If you want to be a good Scientologist, masturbating for Satan's on there too.
Naturally.
Oh, yeah, aquarium exploitation is on here as well, Dad. Don't worry, it's on there. Oh,
did the thing. I was
Oregon Valley Girl, I don't know why your answer got removed. We haven't removed anything, so it might have been one of those times where YouTube erases a comment. I've had it happen a little in the last couple weeks.
Wasn't even my dog's butt this time. The dog's butt has stayed away.
It's not quite finished, Joe. I have to go over because you can see some of the writing underneath, and I just don't think it's very clean, so I want to fix that. Yes, but I will get a picture of it and I will send that to you for the song because that's important. And Oregon Valley Girl, yeah, I don't know what happened.
It's not even showing up as removed. What does it say? Retracted or message delete? It didn't.
Yeah, it's not like it. From what I can see, it wasn't deleted.
Yeah,
manually.
YouTube must have took it.
Yeah, F Sciento is shooting wackadoo vibes at my computer. Exactly. It's Osa. They don't like us uncovering all this 1-1 in his own writing. Okay.
I've got that song.
We're the 1-1 brigade.
It is the age of Aquarius. That's what's in my head right now.
Age of Aquarius. Yeah. Okay. So, 4. Discover what caused the condition of affluence and strengthen it. And then it shows a very happy farmer in front of another fake graph. Would anyone like to see the happy farmer in front of the fake graph?
Oh, please.
All right.
This is really difficult to do now.
Here we go. Look at that happy gent with his condition of affluence. Look at all those vegetables. That is definitely not going to any member of the Sea Org.
Like, how were you going to try and make vegetables look appetizing and then you print it out in sepia?
Okay, but also, like, can we just talk about this graph? Harvest, produce. Okay, this was literally added on. You can. That's not even okay. You can tell by highlighting over this text that they typed that text on top of this. This isn't even a real graph. This is a fake graph that they drew a line on and then typed produce harvested on it. You can tell because you can highlight it. When they made the booklet. That is ridiculous. I am absolutely just... This is hilarious. A steep improvement or increased abundance indicates a condition of affluence. I wonder whose brother that is. That makes me sad. Oh, hi. Did you just fart? Oh my god, my dad just farted and said that was assfluence.
Checks out.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Hi Miriam. Sorry, Miriam.
Oh, Miriam did a great stream earlier with
I caught just the very end of it. And it was great.
And Rose was there.
Yeah, no, it was a really, really good live. Really good. Pearl! I come back after the DMV to Tilty's colon currents? No! Excuse me, it was my dad who farted, and he called it assfluence. The condition of assfluence. Okay? Wasn't me.
Your dad would be such a joker and degrader.
I know. Totally. So good. I mean, he said things about Tom Cruise that I don't even want to repeat.
Yeah, probably for the best.
Okay. Now we are on to action affluence formula. Okay, this is the formula for affluence. And remember, if you don't apply the affluence formula correctly, you splatter all over the street.
And if you don't apply the affluence formula correctly, you might splutter all down your trousers.
Exactly. But if you spot it right and handle it, It's a rocket ride. Okay?
No splatter. Splatter-free
Pearl
zone.
said family ass looms. It's my favorite thing. It's favorite part of the day. My dad and your dad would probably get along. Oh, yeah. Anti-Scientology dad party. Dads against cults. Okay. Stop distracting me. Troublemakers. Scallywags. When an affluence exists based on a statistic measuring one's actions and disrelated to finance, this is the formula to apply. Okay. 1. Economize on needless or dispersed actions that did not contribute to the present condition. Economize financially by knocking off all waste. 2. Make every action count and don't engage in any useless actions. Every new action to contribute and be of the same kind as did contribute. Okay, so only engage in any new action you engage in must contribute, and if you do a new type of action, it has to contribute the same kind of way that the one that contributed did. That's stupid. 3. Consolidate all gains. Any place we have gotten a gain, we keep it. Don't let things relax or go downhill or roller coaster. Any advantage or gain we have, keep it, maintain it.
Find the free will, grab the free will, control the free will. Yeah, okay, nutbag.
And it also just makes me think of like a spoiled child, and their parent is like, you're so special, no one will ever be able to draw a cow like you as a child. And then that person is like a 40-year-old, and he's like, yeah, well, fuck you, because my mom said I can draw a perfect cow.
Yeah, and how dare you say anything about my waterfall? I'm going to cuss you out on the internet.
Oh, fucking hell!
I can't believe you
had to bring it back.
That.
Had to bring it back. No, you got me.
Yeah,
I was so thoroughly bamboozled.
That.
I had to sit back down.
Yeah, it's alright.
You got me. You got me with that. I've been gotten.
You practically made that come out my mouth.
I fucking set you up for a perfect hit. That was a whole
sorry. It was too
good.
No,
don't be. I would have been disappointed if you hadn't have taken advantage of that perfect setup.
Okay, thank you. Fluffer born.
Oh, wow. Miriam said there was between 800 to 1,000 Scientologists come to the event. She's never seen so many at once.
Wow.
And lots of kids. Ugh.
Yeah, I know there was a lot there waiting to go in. And then, it was Friday madness. So I was just
speaking of,
getting my little one ready to go to Nana's. And then I had to run around, and then I kind of looked a little bit when I was out, and then I was like, no. And then because I was out with Nula, I just worried that she was going to pull me, and I was going to like ban someone and not notice it. So I was just like, I better just get off this.
Yeah, you don't want to just Okay. 4. Discover for yourself what caused the condition of affluence in your immediate area and strengthen it. And then, when a person has achieved a total abundance of production that nothing can imperil, a condition of power exists. The condition of power. A power stat is a stat in a very high range, a brand new range in a normal trend. A power stat is not just a stat that is steeply up for a long time, nor is power simply a very high stat. Power is not a 1 week thing. Power is a trend. Definition. Power is a normal in a stellar range so high that it is a total abundance, no doubt about it. It is a stat that has gone up into a whole new, steeply high range and maintained that range, and now, within that high new range, is on a normal trend. Operating in this new range, you might get a slight dip in that stat now and then, but it is still power.
Wow.
There is another datum that is of importance if one is to correctly recognize and understand this condition. Why do we call it power? Because there is such an abundance of production that there momentarily halts or dips can't pull it down or imperil its survival, and that is power. The question could be asked, how much work can one guy do? Or how many bricks can a guy lay in a day? Of course, a person can only work so many hours in a day. He can only get so much individual production in a day. But he can get enough production in a day to support himself. He can get his production up into such abundance that he can take some time off. That depends on his efficiency and brightness. At a certain peak of affluence, he will hit how many bricks he can lay. By increasing practice and efficiency, he can keep that level of production going in a normal. If he's laying so many bricks that nobody is ever going to think of firing him, why, he's in power. That's a power condition for the individual. So get so good at doing the shitty job that no one else wants to do, that no one wants to fire you, and you get to keep doing your shitty job.
I don't know. It's arguably a shitty job. I quite like bricklaying.
No. I love that kind of work. I'm just saying he's using like menial labor as a example, because it's kind of like, that's like, I don't know. It almost feels like he's trying to get you to take pride in your punishment.
It just sounds like LRH standard. I'm going to try and make a really simple thing sound difficult so I sound smarter, but in fact making himself sound dumb and making other people dumber in the process.
I need an OT 420. Oh my goodness. Okay. Are we ready?
I am very sorry that my brain and eyes are equally shit and I can't read this.
No, you're doing fine.
I can't read it. I can't read.
I don't want you to read this. I have the resilience to be able to.
I have the resilience. It's dyslexia. It's not due to lack of resilience. Ableism much.
No, it's not. I don't want you to have to be the one to read it, because it's painful. And I can withstand a certain amount of literary pain. That's where I have really good resilience, is in literary anguish. You have resilience everywhere. I just don't want you to have to do it. That's all. I'm trying. Yeah. I'm Sisyphusing it.
I don't know what that means.
I'm rolling it up the hill on my back, and it's going to roll all the way back down on Wednesday, and I'm going to do it all over again, and I don't mind.
Sisyphus,
that's my destiny.
Sounds like a really fun word if it's not a...
It's not dirty. It's a Greek
sexually transmitted disease.
Yeah, no. It's Greek mythology.
Oh.
Okay. Power formula. Power formula.
The formula of power.
You know
power.
Nico said that's syphilis.
Yeah, see, very similar sounding things, isn't they?
Sisyphus, syphilis. One is Greek, one is LRH.
One is Greek, one is itchy. No, I don't know what it is. I don't know.
Okay, power formula. We've only got 15 minutes left. I gotta get on this. Okay.
Oh, I'm sorry.
No, it's okay. It's chat. I blame chat. No, I blame myself, actually.
Yeah, it's me.
No, it's me.
No, I'm the problem here. Very distracting.
I really don't think so. You're doing art. I'm sitting here reading bullshit. I'm gonna put something better in the page. Let's put.
Are you getting to do much art?
Hi, Gizel. Hi, old man. Hi, what are you doing? Hi, you're so handsome.
Right, I'm getting onto the small dots, and it just takes a lot more.
Our senior cat's been really restless the last couple of days, so I'm kind of getting a little worried.
Don't worry.
It's an inevitability. But it just makes me really sad because we've had him since I was 14. Like, he's almost 20 years old. So it's, yeah. Okay. Power formula. Slap my face. Let's go. Ooh, okay. The first law of a condition of power is don't disconnect. What?
You knock onto electric fence, you hold on. Do not disconnect. That's how you get the power.
I can't. Okay. You can't just deny your connections. What you have got to do is take ownership and responsibility for your connections. So.
You want to kiss the boy? La 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 la, my oh my. Lafayette, don't be shy. You wanna kiss the boy?
Someone has to clip that.
Send it to Osa.
That's my favorite thing.
Clip that. Send it to Osa.
That's right. This one's for you. La 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 la, my oh my. He's dreaming about his thighs. Anyway, the first thing you have got to do is make a record of all of its lines. And that is the only way you will ever be able to disconnect. What? So first he's saying don't disconnect, and now he's... Okay.
Again, bullshit, plagiarism, contradictions, full of it. Full of it.
First he says the first law is don't connect. Then the second thing is this is the only way you'll ever be able to disconnect. There's dial-up sounds in my brain. Okay. The first thing you have got to do is make a record of all of its lines, and that is the only way you will ever be able to disconnect. So, on a condition of power, the first thing you have to do is write up your whole post. You have made it possible for the next fellow in to assume the state of power change. If you don't write up your whole post, you are going to be stuck with a piece of that post since time immemorial. And a year or so later, somebody will still be coming to you asking you about that post which you occupied. The responsibility is write the thing up and get it into the hands of the guy who is going to take care of it.
There we go.
Number 4, do all you can to make the post occupiable. When taking over a successful position, a condition of power change exists. There are only 2 circumstances which require replacement, the very successful one or the very unsuccessful one. What a song is to inherit a successful pair of boots. There is nothing to it. Just step in the boots and don't bother to walk. What?
I had no idea. Zero idea. Zero idea.
Did I just have a stroke or did I read that properly? What a song it is to... Oh, okay. What a song it is to inherit a successful pair of boots. There is nothing to it. Just step in the boots and don't bother to walk. Okay, so he's saying if you inherit a position that's already successful, you step in the boots and don't bother to walk. Okay. If it was in a normal state of operation, which it normally would have been in for anybody to have been promoted out of it, you just don't change anything. I don't understand! So if anybody wants anything signed that your predecessor didn't sign, don't sign it. Keep your eyes open, learn the ropes, and, depending on how big the organization is, after a certain time, see how it is running, and run it as normal operating condition if it is not in anything but a normal operating condition. Go through the exact same routine every day that your predecessor went through. Sign nothing that he wouldn't sign. Don't change a single order. Look through the papers that had been issued at that period of time. Those are the orders that are extant, and get as busy as the devil just enforcing those orders, and your operation will increase and increase. So now he says you got to get as busy as the devil.
But also hold on, but also disconnect. But also when you move into a new position, do exactly that the last person in the position who presumably lost that position did.
But also change everything that was wrong, but
success.
Also don't change. Yeah.
Yeah.
Exactly.
Obvious success. definitely not on the way to getting your own special jacket where you hug yourself.
And, you know, if you're as busy as the devil, it's just going to increase and increase. The line's just going to go like this to this. I did the finger thing again.
Right,
LRH sigh. Jack Parsons looks so nice in those boots.
Honestly, I feel like, just for the giggles of it, if someone is into writing like raunchy fan fiction-y stuff, if you could just spam that to all the Scientology places,
ChatGPT.
that would be
ChatGPT.
hilarious.
Let's do it.
What? Just write a really raunchy love story. Also, I have heard of another author, ChatGPT. You know it's a good scene if you have a add-on when you're writing it. I am not an author or a penis owner. And that, just knowing those two things together, really tickled my non-existent pickle. It really did.
Yeah.
Okay, sorry. Back to seriousness.
Okay, yeah, back to serious. Okay. Remember, we're not changing anything. We're doing things wrong just as our predecessor did in order to maintain the power change. Now, the fellow who walks into the boots of somebody who is left in disgrace, the post is in a condition of emergency, its statistics have crashed, causing the boss to be fired. All he has to do when he inherits one in emergency is just apply the emergency formula, which is immediately promote. Once one takes over a new post or a collapsed post in non-existence, but a going concern is taken over by the power change formula. The keynote of the state of power change is study the organization policy, patterns, and activity, and issue no orders that are not routine. Change nothing. Innovate nothing. Write up fully the post just left. Mainly observe on the post just taken over. Learn the new post before doing anything. Innovate nothing. I love that line. That is a LRH quote. Innovate nothing. Love it. He didn't.
Can we do like a list of quotes, and then I can try and guess if it's a real quote?
Yes.
If it's from, what can we do?
Is this from LRH or is this from comedy?
We can do LRH Disney villain, LRH or Disney villain, or something like that.
That's a good
something
one.
to that effect.
Okay. Yes, I would like to do that. Okay. When taking over a new post, change nothing until you are thoroughly familiar with your new zone of power. Violation of power change. A danger condition can be brought about by a violation of the power change condition. Therefore, those who had a power change must apply the power change violation repair formula. Yes. I don't know why I did that. 1. Observe, question, and drop a list of what was previously successful in your area of zone of control. Observe and drop a list of all those things that were unsuccessful in your area in the past. Get the successful actions in. Throw the unsuccessful actions out. Knock off frantically trying to cope or defend.
Shake
in, out. Exactly. And then it says, number 5, knock off frantically trying to cope or defend. Just stop trying to cope. Just quit it. Just give up. Just give up. Stop trying to cope. Don't defend. And then sensibly get back in a working structure. Okay?
Of course.
Yes. Okay. The ethics conditions formulas flow one to the next, with the first step of one formula being directly following the final step of the previous formula. But what if your stat graphs indicated you've moved up a condition before you even had a chance to finish the formula? Do you just drop that formula and start to the next one? The answer is no. Yeah. One completes the formula he has begun. Here's an example. Oh, I love his examples. Here we go. An executive director, in looking over his statistics, sees that they are in emergency. He immediately sees to it that the promote step of the emergency formula has begun. Once that is well in hand, he begins to change his operating basis. He gets on-the-job training actions being done on some of his sales staff and puts 3 more personnel into one of his major production areas. But before he has a chance to do each of the remaining steps of the emergency formula, the income and delivery statistics move up into normal operation. What can he do? What does he do? Well, he is now in a condition of normal by statistics. But the normal formula would also cause him to complete the emergency formula, because in the normal formula you drop out of what is unsuccessful and you push what was successful. What was successful here was the emergency formula. Thus, the executive director can get continued improvement on the graph by completing the emergency formula, as the actions on the emergency formula are what got him to normal so quickly. So he would push them until they were fully completed. This doesn't mean he is still in an emergency condition. The statistics are now rising and the condition is normal. It is a bit of an oddball thing.
Can Nico say one tiny political thing?
Yes, yeah, absolutely.
I put a thumbs up because I thought it was fine, and then I realised I remembered it's on my channel. But I thought you'd probably be fine with it.
Yeah, it's probably fine. I trust Nico. Yes, Janelle, abandon resistance drone on. Yeah. As another example, suppose someone is doing a junior danger formula. The person goes step by step through the procedure and writes up his or her overts and withholds in any known out-ethics situation and starts applying the first dynamic danger formula. But before he completes the formula, his stats rise. It would be dangerous indeed for this person to not finish the danger formula, e.g., getting done the reorganize your life and formulate and adopt firm policy steps. That one stats rise before completing the formula doesn't mean he can go into the higher conditions his statistics now indicate. However, it would be a grave fault not to complete the undone steps of an earlier formula. So, as in the above examples, one has to complete the earlier formula, then complete the next formula, and continue on as his graph dictates. Completing a formula is vital. One doesn't just name a formula, he gets it completed.
Yeah. Nico's comment is Bernie and AOC are holding rallies and I'm here for it. Yeah, the Stop the Oligarch. Yes, and
love
yes. That. Rock on.
I'm here for that as well. So we only have a couple minutes left, but we're not done. But I could read real quick.
Completely up to you.
It's just, these are the conditions below non-existence. So there's the condition of liability. It says, below non-existence, there's the condition of liability. The being has ceased to be simply non-existent as a team member and has taken on the color of an enemy.
What's that meant to mean?
What is that meant to mean? I'd really like to know. Hey,
I also would like to know.
Do you want to clear that up for us, Lonnie Runny Scubs? Huh? What's the color of an enemy? Huh?
Because it's not green.
Yeah.
Because that's what he likes. That's what he cares about.
Yeah, that's the only color that's
Give me the
valid.
money.
Oh, cripes. It is the sign where careless or malicious and knowing damage is caused to projects, organizations, or activities. It is adjudicated that it is malicious and knowing because orders have been published against it or because it is contrary to the intentions and actions of the remainder of the team or the purpose of the project or organization. It is a liability to have such a person unwatched. as the person may do or continue to do things to stop or impede the forward process of the project or organization, and such a person cannot be trusted. No discipline or the assignment of conditions above it has been of any avail. The person has just kept on messing it up. The condition is usually assigned when several dangers and non-existences have been assigned, or when a long unchanged pattern of conduct has been detected. When all others are looking for the reason the mail is getting lost, such a being would keep it on losing the mail covertly. The condition is assigned for the benefit of others, so they won't get tripped up trusting the person in any way.
You don't want to get tripped up trusting someone, would you?
No, absolutely. And listen to this. This is the formula of liability. 1, decide who one's friends are. 2, deliver, right? 2, deliver an effective blow to the enemies of the group one has been pretending to be a part of despite personal danger. Deliver an effective blow to the enemies of the group one has been pretending to be a part of despite personal danger. Have we not seen that?
Great advice. I mean,
we've seen.
At least I don't feel like as bad as I did about failing to make friends earlier. Genuinely made me feel better in that way. Thanks,
also,
guys.
Miriam said that the color of the enemy is piss baby yellow.
Okay.
Make up the damage one has done by personal contribution far beyond the ordinary demands of a group member. Apply for re-entry to the group by asking the permission of each member of it to rejoin, and rejoining only by majority permission, and if refused, repeating steps 2, 3, and 4 until one is allowed to be a group member again. So if you don't deliver an effective enough blow to the enemies of the group, then you need to do it again, and do it again, and
well, you just go back and Aaron's like, you didn't blow them hard enough. You need to blow them harder.
That's not a rocket ride.
Jack, come here. Let me show him how you probably blow somebody. Now he's
not that I've ever done it before. Yeah. Okay, so the condition of doubt. So these ones are really important to read. That's why I want to kind of
now we're the condition of 68. I give you 69, you owe me 1.
That's right. Okay, so this one's really important because this one, I think this is the one that's being applied to protesters, is liability and doubt. The condition of doubt. When one cannot make up one's mind as to an individual, a group, organization, or project, a condition of doubt exists. The doubt formula is 1. Inform oneself honestly of the actual intentions and activities of that group, project, or organization, brushing aside all bias and rumor. 2. Examine the statistics of the individual, group, project, or organization. 3. Decide on the basis of the greatest good for the greatest number of dynamics, whether or not it should be attacked.
How are they saying pushing it, to look at it critically and push away any bias or blah 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 blah? Yeah. What, is that just a complete one-off in the whole thing?
Yeah, this is the one time I've ever mentioned that. So when you have to, this is for the doubt formula. So if you're uncertain about something, you have to just look at the facts. Which is probably likely what LRH has written.
Yeah, unless you have doubts about LRH, then you need to report yourself to ethics.
Then you need ethics. Yeah, exactly. Because this is really important here. Number 3. Decide on the basis of the greatest good for the greatest number of dynamics, whether or not it should be attacked, harmed, or suppressed, or helped. Evaluate oneself or one's own group, project, or organization as to intentions and objectives. Evaluate one's own or one's group, project, or organization statistics. Join or remain in or befriend the one which progresses towards the greatest good for the greatest number of dynamics, and announce the facts publicly to both sides. 7. Do everything possible to improve the actions and statistics of the group, person, project, or organization that has been remained in or has joined. 8. Suffer on up through the conditions in the new group if one has changed sides or the conditions of the group has remained in if wavering it has lowered one's status. So basically, this is, if you hear protesters saying things, you need to realize that it's not the greatest good for the greatest number of dynamics, and you need to announce to the enemy that you denounce them, and then you need to suffer through the conditions to get your status back up in the group.
This sounds more like an Animal Planet thing, doesn't it?
It's fucked. It sounds like fucked is what it is, because we're just about to get to the condition of enemy, okay? I'm just going to read this real quick, because we're over 2 hours. But when a person is an avowed and knowing enemy of an individual, a group, project, or organization, a condition of enemy exists. Destructive actions indicate a condition of enemy. The formula for the condition of enemy is just one step. Find out who you really are.
Then you can find out who you are not. Yeah, you got to pay the rest. You got to pay more for the next book to find out that.
Yeah. And then there's the condition of treason. Treason is defined as betrayal after trust. The formula for treason is very correctly and factually know that you are. It will be found, gruesomely enough, that a person who accepts a post or position and then doesn't function as it will inevitably upset or destroy some portion of the organization. By not knowing that he is the post name, he is in fact committing treason. The results of this can be found in history. A failure to be what one has the post or position name of will result in a betrayal of the functions and purposes of a group. Almost all organizational upsets stem from this one fact. A person or in a group who, having accepted a post, does not know that he is a certain assigned or designated beingness is in treason against the group. The formula or the condition of treason is find out that you are. And then the lowest condition is a condition of confusion.
When he puts everyone in.
Yeah. The condition of confusion, the being or area that will... In a condition of confusion, the being or area will be in a state of random motion. There will be no real production, only disorder or confusion. In order to get out of confusion, one has to find out where he is. It will be seen that the progress upward would be, in confusion, find out where you are, in treason, find out that you are, and for enemy, find out who you are.
Just dog shit.
Yeah. It is important to note that the person who is in confusion fully understand that the definition of confusion as given below. This is done before the formula itself is started. Definitions. 1. Any set factors or circumstances which do not seem to have an immediate solution. More broadly, a confusion in the universe is random motion. If you were to stand in heavy traffic, you would be likely to feel confused by all the motion whizzing around you. If you were to stand in a heavy storm with leaves and papers flying by, you would likely be confused. A confusion could be called an uncontrolled randomness. Only those who can exert some control over that randomness can handle confusions. Those who cannot exert control actually breed confusions. A confusion is only a confusion so long as all its particles are in motion. A confusion is only a confusion so long as no factor is clearly defined or understood. Confusion is the basic cause of stupidity.
There we go.
I really wanted to read that.
The broke clock was right once. Thus far.
Yeah.
And this is what he's trying to do. He's trying to breed stupidity by confusing them. He's like self-snitching in the middle of the text.
Yeah, exactly. So that's pretty much, I mean, there's a little bit more to that. Let me just, all a confusion is unpatterned flow. The particles collide, bounce off of each other, and stay in the area. There is no product as to have a product. Something must flow out. He's talking about particles bouncing off of each other and something must flow out, okay?
Teeth on about the cheeks clapping. He's like, make them cheeks clap for me, Jack.
That is exactly it. Those particles got to collide, man. They got to bounce, 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 bounce. And then it tells you to do a locational, basically. And so that's going to bring us to assists. So, I mean, there's a few more things that's like, you know, oh, if you apply this if you apply these, and then there's like a bunch of like fake testimonials. And then there's like a shitty glossary that has all of his bullshit shit in it. Justice, the action taken on an individual by the group when he fails to take appropriate ethics actions himself. So it's not punishment or abuse. It's justice.
Mm-hmm.
It just blows my mind. Just blows me away.
Yep. Yeah.
Blows me away. But you know what? We're done reading that. We're done reading that page. We're done with the ethics conditions and ethics intro handbook. Thank goodness.
Yeah, like, I don't know if you're planning a celebration today, but I probably think that, yeah, that'd be a good idea for you, because that was a pile of ass.
That was a rough one. That was so rough. Like, my brain hurts.
Yeah, I get it.
And there were a couple times there where, like, I actually had a malfunction. Like, I actually had a genuine brain malfunction.
And again, that is by design. It baffles me how, like, yeah, it baffles me in the same way that someone wrote those Saw movies. That someone wrote it, they pitched it, a group of people was like, that is brilliant. People are going to love that. You know what I just thought of? And then they made the movie, and then people did love it and watch it. That is the same level of what the fuck for me. Like, how you've written this.
Yeah. And you know what? It just made me think of something. You know how they're like, oh, if you read the OT materials before you're ready, you'll get pneumonia and die?
No, you need
if you've read enough of this, you could, and it hurts your mind so much, I would say, yeah, you know, I wouldn't be surprised if I actually got sick from reading this. It's hard to comprehend. And if you were believing it, you know, you'd think that maybe that pain is coming from the power of the tech. But really, it's coming from the absolute toxicity of the bullshit that is coming out of his mouth.
Mm.
But it totally, like, you could see how that is more believable now. After reading a little bit of it myself, I could see how someone would be like, yeah, this already hurts me. So if I read something that was more powerful, I could see that it would hurt me more. It's just another bit of mind control.
Yeah.
That's really all I can see it as, so.
Oh, this is taking a long, long time.
Yeah, but it's going to be worth it. It's coming out
I don't know. Do you think?
I think so. I really am enjoying it so far. And it's also kind of springy, too.
Yeah.
Oh, thank you, Miriam. Miriam said we are amazing artists.
Oh, thank you.
Nico, exactly. Sounds like someone gave someone else the condition of enemy.
Mm.
Jack Parsons won't let me look at his pee-pee anymore, so now I'm upset and I'm gonna start a cult.
Do you reckon it was just LRH's RSD?
Yeah. Oh, yeah.
It is. He just had so much rejection.
If you mix... I was going to say, if you mix RSD with LSD...
And LRH...
Yeah. You got a bad combo.
DSP.
Yep.
Dog shit pie.
I thought it was dick sucking party, but sure.
Oh, okay. Apparently.
Yeah. So we're done. We're past 2 hours. We're well past. Yeah, putting it in of putting in of justice too. Like it's just yeah. It's just brutal.
How is this? Is this?
I'm really
I don't
liking
know.
that.
I've just
Like, I
started
really
doing the
do.
little dots, the smaller dots, so you can't really see them to see that I've been doing stuff.
No,
But I have.
but
I've been. Can we see her?
yeah. The pink
Zoom in
ones
a
are
little
coming up much
closer.
nicer. I like it. It's really bright. It's popping. Oh yeah, see, Nico says love it.
He'll get there. It's not done.
It's coming along. It's coming along. I've got to wrap up and go because my mom is going to be here momentarily. I get to go see my stepsister after her spinal surgery, so I'm looking forward to that.
Lovely. Yeah, I hope you all the best to your stepsister.
Yeah.
I'll leave you all on this.
Oh, it's Groot. I am Groot.
So cute. They're very cute.
I'll leave you all with this. Charmander, I choose you. Okay, anyway, have a good day, everybody. Thank you so much for being here. Drink some water. Have a good rest of your day, night, evening, wherever you are, and be kind to yourselves.
Peace.
Peace.